All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rabbakakodash. Double honor to all the apostles, great millstone, and rule well. Peace, love, and blessings also to essential labor, your brothers on highways and byways, giving all diligence to make that calling, the election sure, and also blessings to you few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. I'm that fellow servant, Kanakla, coming at you once again, another lesson. Lord's will do the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahshai's lessons edifying and exhorting. Okay? Get right into it. It says, article here from Fox Business. Target, Walgreens closed early due to thefts in California stores. Now, if you know anything about LA, San Francisco area, okay, there's an increase in homelessness. All right. And that's one of those, California, LA, Los Angeles, that was one of those glorious places to be at one point in time. All right. New York. But as you can see, the major cities like that are starting to become unsafe within those cities, man. And that's just the erosion of this place, a.k.a. America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great. All right? Especially, pretty much zoning in on California, man. The homelessness is, they got tent cities over there. All right? So the people are, and it's super expensive to live out there as well. All right. So when poverty and things, take hold of the people, they begin to steal. That's why King David said, give me neither poverty nor riches. Lest I be poor and I steal. So what's happening is you have a lot of poor people over here in California, man. That's why the thefts are increasing. And it goes to show you the downfall of America. Babylon the Great is fallen to the point now that poverty is affecting the business. All right, now businesses have to close early because of the theft. Okay, so this it says Target and Walgreens are heightening security efforts in major cities across California amid increased theft and crime. New reports suggest Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Sacramento are among the cities with the most organized retail crime in the country, according to the California Retail Association. As a result, stores have been closing early or permanently shuttering. And this, once again, this is going to affect business. All right? Because why? Instead of people going in there to help the company profit, all right, the companies are actually losing money because people are going in there and stealing rather than bringing forth profit. So some of the businesses are permanently shuttering. All right, let alone we in the middle of a what's the term they use, a labor shortage, right? Where you have people that don't even want to work. All right, and then the stores that are open, like these little stores, people are stealing there, and that happens a lot, man. Especially being down here living in these highly populated neighborhoods where there's so-called the poor is living, because you would come into the store and they'll be giving you the discount stuff for the low, or you just have people that know people and allow them to walk out the store. All right, so all the businesses in these poor areas, all right, like that, they really don't prosper. All right, especially, in the times more like now, man, where people are, there's a labor shortage. People don't want to work. Economy's fucked up. Inflation, prices are increasing. Okay. And then people turn around, the stuff that they steal, especially like organized, shoplifting organizations like this, like shoplifting rings, believe they call them. Things like this, people go out and they sell those products for cheaper on the streets. All right. So it says Target stores in San Francisco are now closing early, moving from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with a financial district store closing as early as 5 p.m. on Saturday, according to hours listed on this website. And I've noticed that too, especially after the pandemic. All right, you used to be able to go to Walmart, 24/7. Y'all know how it is all around the country, but certain Walmarts over here, once again, in the low income areas, They closed like after 11. It was like, why? Because we're not making enough money to keep the Walmarts open 24/7. All right, we're actually losing money because people are stealing. Okay, and people not coming in and spending enough money to keep the store open like that. So it says this site keep reloading on me. It says Target told XPIX5 the decision to adjust its store hours in San Francisco was related to theft, with a spokesperson confirming for more than a month we've been experiencing a significant and alarming rise in theft. So it says for more than a month. Okay, so people are starting to feel, all right, the collapse of this economy. All right, starting to settle in. All right, we are in the beginning of sorrows, man. Okay, it says for more than a month we've been experiencing a significant and alarming rise in theft and security incidents at our San Francisco stores, similar to reports from other retailers in the area. Okay, so not just them. All right, Target is engaging local law enforcement, elected officials, and community partners to address our concerns with the safety of our guests, team members, and communities as a top priority. We've temporarily reduced our operating hours in 6 San Francisco stores. So, think about the impact that this will have on business. This is not going to increase business, all right, make business pretty much prosper. This is going to hurt business, hurt the economy, all right? Operators in grocery and retail industries have raised concerns about harsher penalties for theft, all right? And this is happening all over the world. This has been a problem going on for years, so on and so forth. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to read more of this. All right. Lewis will leave the link in the description. But, this is all biblical prophecy. The Babylon the Great is falling, man. All right. It's finished. And what more, when the economy actually collapsed. All right. You're going to have people just going into these stores, raiding stores. All right. Just like a black, so-called Black Friday, but instead you're not going to see people actually paying for these items. You're just going to be running out the store with these items, man. Okay, and we have so-called order right now, but and theft is still increasing, man. Okay, so what more when there's no law and order? All right, there's woe to the world. 2 Esdras 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right. It says, and men shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And we're not even in actual great tribulation yet. All right. We're at the doors of it. You already have this happening. So the scriptures say a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. So what about when the stores close down in your local area? All right, because I once again living in these areas where predominantly Israelites, stores have shut. I've seen it, man. Stores shut down, like Sweet Bay, which used to be cash and carry. I don't know if anybody know about that, but it was a retailer, and then pretty much they always have to shut down the grocery stores that's directly or predominantly in the hood, because people are always stealing. So, and this was from years ago, man. Maybe 10 years ago, man, this was happening. They would shut the stores down, that's the big grocery stores down in the hood, because people were always stealing, man. Poverty-stricken neighborhoods, the business usually don't last because people are always stealing. They can't afford to purchase, these items, man. Okay, so what happened when the local stores are closed down? And then a lot of those people too, how that hurt them, because they would have certain petitions saying, you know, we shouldn't close the store, we should keep it open because that's the only store we have. A lot of us don't have vehicles or cars to travel, means of transportation to travel out of these neighborhoods to go to the stores to get our groceries. They used to put up petitions like that, but they would still close the stores down. So what happened when the stores are closed down? They have no means of transportation, especially when all hell breaks loose. What, they're gonna be coming into your house. Your house is gonna be the grocery store. They're gonna be coming in your refrigerator, all right, drinking your liquids and eating your foods, man, your solids. Okay, that's how it's gonna happen, man. And people are gonna be spoiled out here. Those are the times we're living in. And this is I get the scripture, Ecclesiastes, pretty much the effect on the economy. This is I get right to the point. Ecclesiastes 12:4. It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets," talking about these businesses, "when the sound of grinding is low." Grinding is a metaphor for working. It says, "And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low." So the doors are gonna be shut in the streets, because why? People are just, that's what happens when people just steal out of these stores, man. They're not making a profit, okay, and it just pretty much business. It actually costs more to run the business, man. They're not profiting off of it. So when it comes to business, if you're not making no money off of it, you close down that chain. And that happens, that's why the scriptures say it's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble, because this stuff always happens in you tribes neighborhoods, man. The stores get shut down because why? They're not making enough money, man. I went to Job, Salaki, Jeremiah 30 verse 7. Jeremiah 30 verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." Because all these stores that be shutting down being these you be around you tribes, man. And then you gotta travel further to get to the stores. And then once, as the scriptures say, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Once they once they shut down the stores, and Salaki, I just lost my train of thought, but it was a good point. Once they shut down the stores, and a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So once they shut down the stores within your neighborhood, all right, because the profit, then the store's not making a profit, then they quarantine your neighborhood off, and they shut it down, and to where you're not able to exit out of that neighborhood. It's gonna be 70 AD all over again, man. All right, Matthew's the 24th chapter, and you people, man, it's gonna be 70 AD all over again. It's all, the picture is becoming more clear, and all these things are making sense. Let's get this real quick. Matthew's 24 verse 14 says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto nations, and then shall the end come." All right, and that's what's happening. This gospel, brothers have gone on the highways and byways and spread this word and published it throughout all the earth. So the end is here now. All right, that's why you see these miseries and these woes increasing, man. All right, this financial system eroding. It says, "When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in thy holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let him which be in Judea flee into the mountains." All right, and let him which be on the housetop not come down to take anything out of the house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. All right, because why? It was the siege of Jerusalem, 70 AD, man. When the Romans came through and they pretty much they sieged the city. They cut off food from coming in and things from coming out, man. Okay, so what, the people you go into the history, the people ate the leaves off the trees. They ate the leather boots and belts. And then it says, "Woe unto you that be with child, and to them that give suck." In those days, they ate their own children, man. They starved to death, and they ate their own children. So what's going to happen when, The stores are empty. The city is cut off. You can't go into the next city. People gonna resort to cannibalism, man. This is Jacob's trouble. That's why now is the time to seek the Lord, because things are gonna get bad, man. It says, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall ever be. And except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. So for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened, man. All right. Once again, when these stores are empty and these stores are closed down, people gonna be coming into kicking down your door to see what you got in your fridge, man. Or these people gonna be following you home or waiting till you come out of the grocery store with your bags, man, in the parking lot and mug you and take your shit from you, man. Okay? So that's all I have, man. Just a quick update. Lord's will is edifying. Till next time, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Shalom.